Alright guys, welcome to the 9th episode of New Arrival Preview. So Jackie, what do we have first?
I don't know.
Alright, so we have Forced Marriage, VIP Front Seat, blah blah blah. Actually, for the title, I'm not sure if it's like Forced Marriage, VIP Front Seat, or Forcing Marriage on CEO, because like in Chinese, CEO and VIP Front Seat kind of sounds the same and looks the same too. But yeah, I feel like the second one makes more sense.
That language just sounds hard, man.
Alright, although I didn't read the novel yet, so like maybe they did make reference to something about like watching the forced marriage from some next level VIP Front Seat or something.
Why are you analyzing the title so much?
Hey, alright, so genre modern romance. Yeah, our favorite. Alright, the synopsis is actually really good. Like it sets a pretty detailed context that lures you in and then wanting to read more, right? But then again, it does seem like a pretty cliche plot right off the bat, with the show business female and then like the CEO male and then like marriage, divorce.
Are there only CEO males in China, man?
I think so. Yeah, the streets are flooded with those kind of people.
They're all the richest and most they're all in their 20s. Holy fuck.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can grab a handful of them. All right. So for the review so far on the English side and the Chinese side, it's actually a bit mixed. With it being especially negative on Novel Update, while it's decent on Webnovel, with most of the most liked comments all being like positive ones.
Oh, what are they complaining about?
I didn't see.
Alright.
Alright, so 3,658 chapters in total, about 800 to 1,000 English words each, releasing at 2 chapters per day.
Ooh, that's like 5 years to complete.
But yeah, as for the author, she's written quite a few books already, but honestly, like the stats are all a bit like too mediocre. So how's the story, Jackie?
So I actually like this story a lot better than the other one we're doing for this episode. It's a lot lighter for my Kokoro because it's just a classic face slap story with like a cute kid lightening up the mood. So before the story starts, right, the female lead and the male lead, they made a baby and got married, but then they divorced in some sort of strange order. I think. As I read further, the story kind of becomes more convoluted. But anyways, so eventually the female lead becomes an actress who is super talented and is becoming popular, but also begins being plagued by scandals that seem to have been started by jealous people. We start the story in the middle of the divorce, and with the synopsis providing some spoilers, it is apparent that their relationship is getting better and they both aren't boinking tons of people on the side, as it will appear to be in the very beginning. The story seems to play around the male lead getting very jelly every single time the female lead acts with a dude. So he keeps investing in all her films and then goes into stalker. And it is by the power of the Shota, which is the male lolly, that this couple can overcome their collective bullheaded antics and fix their damn relationship. Also, I think the translation quality is pretty good.
Yeah, it's done by Chinese translation. Anything to watch out for?
Yeah, so there are quite a few like attempted rape scenes on the female lead, and also since it's like a show business novel, it actually plays a lot on the casting couch thing. Yeah, so like there's a lot of it's just you gotta have strong faith in the male lead and the female lead to read this novel, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then like how cliche is it?
I haven't read that many show business novels yet, so I'm not too sure. But from the novels that we reviewed, I feel this one's pretty like interesting.
Okay, all right. Aren't you gonna ask me
No.
the most important? Okay,
No.
it's pretty mediocre read based on the stats. So like, no thanks for me. But I'm not gonna wait for 5 years to read about what happens in the story.
Hey, we can wait 5 years to read it.
All right, that works too. All right, so next up we have Love in the Midst of Mistaken Identities, another modern romance.
No.
So the synopsis started off okay, like a refreshing setting, but then the grammar mistake hits me. And then it kind of turned into like a brief summary, which was alright, at least not one of those like cliche synopses. But then the last sentence got me completely confused. Like, who is this little fuckboy again? Like, who is he talking to?
Oh.
Anyways. As for the reviews, this is where I was like, oh dang, this is gonna be one big ass disaster. I mean, when the rating is bad, like the forced marriage one novel update, I would still give it a shot because there are like a lot of Chidian haters on novel update, and the feud dates all the way back to when like Chidian just launched in the international market. Like if you want to see us do an episode explaining the feud, just comment below. And anyways, but like this one's rating on novel update is just a disaster. And then taking a look at like the review page on Webnovel, the top rated comments are all a bit negative. So like 1,200 chapters in total, 600 to 800 words per chapter, and the stats aren't that stellar either. And then out of all the ones we reviewed so far, this author actually pumped out the most books, 34 books in total in the past 8 years.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like however the ratings do also vary quite a bit from like low 6s to like high 8s. But yeah, like this, I guess like still like the author wrote a crap ton, and that's probably why she's like a platinum level author, which is the highest level you can get on Webnovel.
Yes, it is.
Fuck off. All right, what's the story like?
Yo, the story is sad, man. Like, it's so sad that even the reviews I read about the story made me sad. Like, man, I read 40 chapters because I was hoping for like the first break for the female lead, but it's just a constant train of like pain, man. A pain train.
That's the Thomas.
My Kokoro can't take the shit. So anyway, the female lead is like a pushover.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't like any of the characters, really. The female lead is a pushover. She likes diving headfirst into abuse. The male lead is, like, an intelligent business god who's, like, he's fucking retarded. he didn't realize that the fiance, like, he gave a necklace to the female lead when they were kids, and then, like, the female lead's sister stole it from her, and then he thought the sister was the female lead, right? Even though she's, like, literally the worst thing ever. So like, I'm pretty sure he's like either mildly or extremely autistic. And then the other characters either alternate between abusing the female lead or enabling others to abuse her. So the book has like dark themes, like there's a lot of raping going on, a lot of physical domestic abuse. Like, I don't know, man, this book is just a constant pain train, but at least the translation quality is decent.
Yeah. Alright, so should you read this novel?
Nah, man. Like, remember last episode you said something about Massachusetts? Yeah. I think this was straight up Massachusetts. Like, holy shit. I don't recommend it. It's just painful to read. Like, none of the characters are really likable. Like, even the female lead, you're just like, why are you still here? You could just leave. Like, none of these people are good for you. But she's like, oh no, I love the main character I haven't seen in 8 years. Yeah, like, go fuck yourself. Holy shit, I don't recommend it.
Okay.
Oh my god, man. Like, what kind of book do you think people should read?
Alright, honestly, out of the 34 books written by this author, I think there should be a few good ones among the batch, but like this one is definitely not one of them. So yeah, like I must stay away from it because there are better books out there to read. Like My Youth Began with Him. All right, we'll see you next week.